the rocky slope, wrestling that is, of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson within modern day wrestling. So if there was any man that has made some recent questionable decisions, I mean, aside from like Kanye and anybody who might be a politician, it would definitely be The Rock. And while we aren't going to go into his personal life and personal matters, we're going to really assess things on a wrestling behalf and how the newly found board member is probably not as good for the wrestling spirit as far as like modern day wrestling as we might think. So there's a couple of recent scenarios going back to maybe about 1 year ago, roughly, a little bit more, in which The Rock made his return as a board member. So right before the Final Boss character was created, of course, Cody won the Royal Rumble, pointing at Roman, wasn't supposed to point at Roman, was supposed to be facing Seth, they meet up on SmackDown. Cody says, I'm not facing you, your cousin facing you. And then of course The Rock comes out and Cody looks pissed the fuck off. The Rock gives him some half-ass hug and says, I'm facing you. And rightfully so, nobody liked this, right? The Rock just basically inserted himself, talking about it's for family, no one gives a. I think at this time, Cody Rhodes, let me just paint the scene, of course. Cody Rhodes is the biggest babyface in the company. He already lost to Roman the previous year at WrestleMania 39, so WrestleMania 40, people wanted him to, get his get back, People were tired of the Bloodline's reign, so, it was kind of like, hey, let's get the belt off, out the Bloodline, put it back on to somebody else, outside the Bloodline, or at least a full-timer. Or Dwayne being a part-timer, more of a part-timer than Roman Reigns, if we're being honest. To come in and you have two part-timers, and one of them didn't even earn it, headlining WrestleMania. If they really wanted to make it slightly better, The Rock could have went through Elimination Chamber last year, but I digress. So then, of course, the Final Boss was born, and The Rock turned heel, Cody Cryberries, etc., etc.
Mama Rhodes.
Every segment of the Final Boss with any other superstar character, if you will, you notice that over the past year and change, nobody has been put over in like a segment with the Final Boss. And I'm not going to talk about the WrestleMania match. That's a match. That is a match in which, of course, pinfall went over Cody. But in segments, The Rock has a whole nother control, a whole nother leash in which, of course, he can take it a step further. He can cuss, he can say this and that. Whereas the superstars who are not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they can't say this and that. Like, they have certain restrictions that are still in play pretty much. Like leading up to the whole WrestleMania 40 thing with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes when they were doing promo battles. Like at the Barclays, for example, The Rock, Roman, Solo were all in the ring, and then you got Cody and Seth on the outside. Tell me why.
You ain't gonna fight The Rock, boy. You ain't gonna fight Roman Reigns, boy.
Calling another grown man boy. It's kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. But let's say we get all past that, right? That's WrestleMania 40, that was the build up there. And even though they had a weird exchange of the belts, Cody and The Rock, let's say we just get all like past that. The soul selling debacle. Now, the WrestleMania 41 PR run has been absolutely atrocious. Not even just to get political, Donald Trump got the Ula Fowler randomly. Triple H saying that Jey Uso's not the greatest wrestler or even that much of a good wrestler, but he gets the crowd yeeting. No Diddy, by the way. And a couple other things happened, but more so, we reached the point of post-WrestleMania, in which The Rock says, after he previously stated, don't believe the rumors of him not being at WrestleMania 41, with a winky face. He states, I was never in the plans to be at WrestleMania 41. I was just trying to sell some tickets. Dwayne, do you understand that after you said, don't believe those rumors, that so many people were expecting you at WrestleMania? Like, you literally orchestrated the beatdown of Cody Rhodes. And so you just not going to continue with that. You just like, and then nobody's bringing up his name in the promos. What are we talking about? Like, you practically set out a hit for Cody Rhodes, but then you just going to talk about, you just wanted to, you knew all the finishes, which why would you even say something like that? And you just wanted to watch it at home as a fan. Why? And let's just call a spade a spade. This is going to be the last thing. WrestleMania 41, that main event, night 2. Night 1 was great, main event. The triple threats on both nights were amazing. That night 2 main event was just dog shit. I'm sorry, you want to say 3 stars maximum? Okay, you can maybe give it that. John Cena has lost more than a step in the ring. The match had too many pauses, too many breaks. It was slow. It was not good. Cody tried to carry it. Cody did. But that was just, it was atrocious. I'm sorry. It was. And then you have the biggest, what's supposed to be the biggest match on the card, being decided by a Travis Scott interference and a title belt hitting Cody Rhodes. And mind you, I believe night 1 almost exceeded 11 o'clock. I think it was like 10:50 something, or maybe it did exceed 11 o'clock. Night 2, 10:30 roughly, it stopped. The match for night 1 was longer than night 2. And a lot of people were vocalizing it online. They were happy, and which I'm not a John Cena fan, they were happy that John Cena won his world championship, the 17th, but why did it have to be this way? In a format in which John Cena just had one of the worst performances, his worst WrestleMania performance by far, but one of the worst performances in his career. Now, if The Rock came out and did something with Cody, I mean, hey, would have probably sent the fans home happy or some type of satisfaction, you know what I'm saying? But it was just mid. It was just beyond, just mid, man. So that's my thoughts on that. Just kick back, go to Hollywood, you know, if you want to film some more movies at this point, make some more board decisions, or maybe try to chill off that. I don't know. Just you don't gotta be in the ring, you know. If you're not gonna commit to a project, then just keep to the side, man. You ain't gotta do this and that. But what do I know? I'm just I'm an IWC member, you know what I'm saying? I wear that badge proud. So to the next time, when that is, y'all take care. Peace. Baby girl awesome, it ain't capping the slightest. She say I touch the beat like I'm Midas. When we walk in the room, we the brightest. Different topics, but I'm steady vibing. In the mud, but I better stay striving. With the family, I'll always be thriving. Creepy steps, but I cannot quit climbing. Know your circle before